Hello, hello, hello. This is African Mom's World, and it's a beautiful day. It's actually a chilly morning. It rained just before we woke up at around 6. It was raining, but now it's getting a little warm, though it's muddy. And I'm here on the farm, on my mom's garden, just to show you what she has grown. If you haven't watched the previous video where I have shown you a lot of her vegetables, and other things she has grown on the farm, kindly do so. So this is another video. It's another beautiful video, and as you can see, we have sunflower growing. They haven't grown so many of them, but I love sunflower. Just look at the bees. I'm just hoping that they do not interfere with my face. They don't bite me. That's what I mean. So if it's your first time being on this channel, welcome, and kindly consider subscribing if this is the sort of content that you like, and also consider leaving a sweet comment of what else you would like to see on this channel. But for those who have been following up with me, I really appreciate you. I don't take it for granted, because you have been very supportive and you're the reason why I continue making videos. I'm getting more and more close to being comfortable on the camera. As you can see, I've been doing mainly voiceovers, but now I'm able to talk on camera, and I'm also able to do the voiceovers. So it's getting better. Thank you so much. So let's get into the video. I'm in the coffee farm. As you can see, we have ripe berries. Here, there are berries, or are they cherries? These are berries, right? Or cherries. Let me know how do we call this coffee? Coffee berries, coffee cherries. But I'm so happy that I'm able to give you another video of the progress on the coffee farm. Actually, this coffee farm was planted long time. It was done long time. But what happens is when it overgrows, then they chop it and then it sprouts again. So we have a factory not very far from here, but because not many people are doing coffee farming, you can take the berries when they're either green, or let's call them when they are still ripe, or when you dry them. And when they're dried, they're called mbuni. They have different weight, and it's better actually just to take them when they are still ripe, like these ones. So they are ready for harvest. Actually, these ones are ready for harvest. So let me walk you through the coffee farm. And so even before we begin discussing about coffee, there are other trees that have been grown inside the coffee. And here we have the guavas. Look at them. Just look at these guavas. They are not yet ripe, if you can see this. Not yet ripe, but they're doing well. Yeah? So on the coffee farm, we also have different types of trees. If I can stand here and show you, look at that. Can you see that tree? I don't know what variety it is, but that's one of the trees. And actually, it's not only this one, there are several of them. So as we walk in the farm, you will be able to see the different types of trees that we have. In fact, let me just turn around so that you can be able to see the others. Look at that. They have grown so big. So what they do is just to prune them, and they continue. They do not affect the soil. You know, they're not like the blue gum that affects the soil. This type of a tree and the grevillea, which I'll also show you, is also on this farm, they don't affect. Actually, the leaves, when they fall, they act as humus to the soil. So it is actually fertilizer. So if you're planting coffee, consider putting in some of these trees. If you're planting coffee, consider putting some of these trees. Consider planting some of these trees. So I don't know how many coffee trees have been planted, but as you can see, these are not very young ones. If you look down there, they have been pruned. They were actually cut, and these ones are new ones. So there are just a few that have berries, like the one that we have just seen. Not many of them have. I'm told they were harvested, and some have not been harvested. Reason? I don't know. So one of the things that you can notice here is that there are crops that have been planted with the coffee. These are beans. Actually, these ones have not been planted now, but it's because they had been planted earlier and were not removed on time. So these ones have just cropped up. So harvesting of beans has already been done. And these ones have just cropped up. And as you can see, weeding has been done. So definitely they will be weeded during the second weeding. And we are also going to have some harvest from these beans. So this is a good crop to grow. It's a lazy crop because you don't have to weed it all the time. You can also put other crops in between. Like this is what we call mbaazi. I will write the English name. Yeah, this grows very well in the areas that are dry, you know, like where I stay, Machakos County. They do very well. Here as well, they are grown and they grow very big and don't put as much seeds as they had the drier areas. So it's good to consider what sort of a plant you should also plant or intercrop. I wonder what this is. Is this algae that is growing on the trees? Is it healthy? Actually, I've not seen this. But looking at other trees, I can see that. Is it because of the rain? Why? Let me know. What is this? Let me know in the comment section, what is this? So this section has not been weeded. But as you can see from this side, they have actually started from this side, headed this side. So this weeding is continuing. I told you that Grevillea does well. Look at that. And these ones are really old trees. Can you see the size? Just look at the size of this tree. It is so big. I don't know how many years this is. Actually, I wish my mom was here. I would have asked her, though I know she doesn't even remember. Look at that. This is so big. Look at that. And then just look at the branch of that tree. My goodness. It is so big. Look at the branches. Is that really a branch? Wow. And if you look down, the coffee is doing well. So this tree does not affect the crops that are grown here. On the other side, we saw beans that have been grown in between the coffee, but now here we have green grams. Look at that, green grams, and they're doing well. They've been weeded and I know they will be harvested. So no space is left untouched or idle. No space is left idle. Planting. Look at this. So many berries. Wow. So many berries. I love this. It's just next to the maize. It hasn't been affected. Yeah, look at this. So those that have not been harvested will soon be harvested. Look at that. Yes, nice. So I'll walk you to the end. I think we have seen quite enough of it, or most of it. Digging is going on. Where? I love these trees. You know, this is money, guys. This is money. If you put down this tree, hey, let me try and see if I can put my hand around. No way, I can't put my hand around it. It's so big. Look at the branches. Very thick branches. And the coffee around it is just doing well. Wow. So you can easily intercrop this. So this is part of my mom's garden. I'm sure I can no longer call it a kitchen garden or a food garden. It is a food garden, only that it was so large and she has separated and put some other crops that take longer, not like the ones that she puts vegetables. But it is quite well maintained. They have made use of it. Yeah, this is money in terms of how much a kilo costs. A kilogram costs, I don't know. Actually, I'm realizing that I need to know more about some of these crops, and this is helping me because I can also show you guys what other crops other than just the vegetables that we grow, that there are other opportunities, that we don't shy away from growing some of these crops, because you can still grow your vegetables inside. Yeah, this is our mbaazi. Let me see if I can remove some of it from the pod and we see how it looks like. Some people eat it dry, others eat it when it is still raw, but it's all the same. Wow, this even looks a different color. I thought they were light brown. Are there varieties? Let me know what you know about these beans. Wow.